A Florida state Republican representative, not ironically the one from my area right here, has introduced legislation to kick off the 2019 legislative year that would make it illegal for anyone in this state, even if it's a city, town, lawyer, police officer, whoever, to remove any Confederate monuments within the state of Florida. Would make it illegal. Now, the legislation here, this is the Soldiers and Heroes Monuments and Memorials Protection Act, was filed by Mike Lee from right here in Pensacola. Mike Lee actually happens to be an African American. And he says this is not just about Confederate monuments. This is about NASA monuments. We've got Cape Canaveral down there in South Florida. Yeah, okay. Protect a rocket ship memorial and memorials for wars and things like that. And also everything from the Civil War, because this protects any monument for any soldier, hero, national person after 1822. Now, you could have just said after 1880, after 1870, hell, NASA didn't exist at that point, so you're not screwing over any astronauts. We didn't necessarily have organized police forces and firefighters and, didn't really have any big world wars at that time, no Vietnam War memorials. You still could have included all of them. You could have just excluded the Civil War folks fighting down here in the South, and we all know exactly what they were fighting for. But Mike Lee, who I have actually had to debate in a Jamaican radio show about a year ago, that was fun. This guy's a lightweight. He is a complete pushover. And they wanted him, the Republicans in the state of Florida, to be the face of this legislation, to head off any kind of talking point that this was about preserving racism. So what better way to do that than to get the African American legislator to be the one to propose it, to be the one to file it? He is being used, and I don't even know that this man is smart enough. Again, I have debated him, and he is weak as hell. I don't even know that he's smart enough to understand that he's being used. But here's the thing. He says, obviously, this is about preserving history. Taking these down won't get rid of what happened in the South, and that's absolutely true. But here's the thing. You want to preserve history? You want people to still be able to learn about it? How about you pass legislation to protect our history books and to stop letting these massive Republican-controlled textbook companies literally rewrite history? Because the ones they're rewriting in the state of Texas are ones that are used in nearly every state in this country, including the state of Florida. And they're trying to whitewash slavery. They're trying to make things that did happen not happen by rewriting the actual history books. How about you preserve history that way? You're worried about these monuments. Oh, they were great works of art and we don't want to throw them out. Fantastic. Put them in a museum to where people have to voluntarily make the decision to go and see them if they want to. Then you're preserving it, you're preserving the history, and you're giving people a choice. But you stick it in a town square, and in case you can't see where I'm pointing, there is a Confederate monument directly to the in the park square right across the street from our office. That's why I'm pointing over here, by the way. But yeah, we have one right out our window. Can't exactly look away from that. We're forced to see it anytime we want to walk to lunch, every time we drive to work. We don't have a choice but to see these Confederate Civil War participation trophies, which is exactly what they are. And Mike Lee thinks that that's totally okay. His legislation is not about protecting memorials to Vietnam soldiers. It's not about protecting memorials to World War I or World War II soldiers or people from NASA or firefighters or police officers. It's about protecting those racist participation trophies that Republicans refuse to give up, even though, as I just pointed out, there's plenty of other ways to not destroy those. Just put them somewhere and provide the correct context. Republicans refuse to do that. And I wonder why that could be.